I just had no idea that money was on the table. And so when I was doing Miss Ima's makeup one day, I was telling her, I did not feel like getting my family out of the group chat onto the ship. And if she wouldn't mind going ahead and booking my family's cruise. And she looked at me with those same eyes y'all see right there and said, "Now, Brandy, listen, I can show you how to do this, but now you can get paid from doing it." And clearly I was not paying attention that day. And I was like, "No, Miss Ima, you can go ahead. You can do it." Because I'm thinking, what is the commission? $200? Lo and behold, that commission was $2,000. So, guys, not only are we going to talk about how you can get from the beach to the bank, but we want to also help you, free up some finances, free up some debt. I mean, that you may have. Maybe, we need to put a little extra $1,000 to that credit card, or maybe you would love to be that person where you can vacation during the week instead of on the weekend. And how about being able to just wake up when you want to instead of when that alarm clock goes off? And instead of rolling out, you can just roll over, just have your coffee in bed and have that personal and time freedom. That's what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about designing your ideal life. You're going to discover how to earn more, how to travel more, and how to experience more. Now, when I jumped into this opportunity, I thought about, what, Brandy, you're getting older. You're not going to be able to be that 80-year-old makeup artist. And also, you have not been able to explore God's green earth like you want to. And I chose that I wanted to die with memories instead of with dreams. So I got under my coaches, I got under my mentors, and I learned that building a strong network is where the dream resides. Because when you empower yourself and embrace yourself through your network, you can absolutely earn unlimited income. Secondly, we're going to be talking about e-commerce. It is the way of the world. We're in 2025. Imagine what 2030 is going to look like. And that's how millionaires think. They get ahead of the curve. They don't wait for the curve to enter, right? So right now, 24-hour Walmart no longer exists, but the 24-hour Amazon does. And we're going to talk about putting you on the e-commerce side, but there is no inventory and there's no quotas. And as long as there is Wi-Fi, you are absolutely in business. And lastly, we are talking about the travel industry, the sexiest industry, the largest industry, the funnest industry in the world. But now, instead of you just being a consumer, we want to turn you into a merchant. We want to put you on the money-making side of what the entire world is doing and absolutely teach you some of those secrets that lie in the travel industry. Now, before we go any further, allow me to introduce who we are. We are Planet Marketing. We are an online business provider based in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be turning 10 years old October 26th. And y'all know what it means when you enter them double digits, y'all. That means you're getting grown in these streets. We are in over 20 countries and we are looking to expand. And of course, we are going to expand. We actually got to sit under this gentleman last night right here in Houston, Texas, Mr. Donald Bradley. He's our visionary, our founder, our CEO. Guys, he talked about how there's 195 countries and he wants to be in all of them. Can you imagine having a worldwide global business with different partners making all different types of income? You get pesos, you get pounds, you get USD. And our company leadership is stellar. Mr. Bradley, he became a multimillionaire in the travel industry. He already was like, you know what? I'm good. I've moved my family as far from the poverty line, but now it's time for me to reach back and help others. So he created this opportunity for average individuals to earn above average income. And of course, when you know you're about to start something major, you want to bring your friends along with you. You don't want to lead the charge by yourself. So he brought on his friend, Mr. Andy Cawthon, who for decades has led billion-dollar corporations, and he has vowed to make Planet Marketing the next. He is our president. And then we have a queen entering the scene, Miss Leanne Trokler, who is our COO. Now, guys, she's the one who handles the check, okay? She pays us on time every time, and sometimes before time. And to date, Planet Marketing has paid out well over 300 million in commissions. All right, so we're Planet Marketing, so that means we have to market something. And our product is travel, but not just any little bitty old travel business. We are with the world's largest at-home travel agency, the originator of the at-home travel agency, IntelliTravel. Now, they are based in Delray Beach, Florida, and we as Planet Marketing reps, we have an exclusive partnership with IntelliTravel. So you cannot become an IntelliTravel agent unless you go through one of the reps. And if you are a guest on the line today, go ahead and put that thank you in the chat and say thank you to your friend who invited you here, because this is a private exclusive invitation. Not everyone gets a seat at the table. Now, Mr. James Ferrara, he is our CEO. He has been leading the charge since day one, 34 years we have been around. And guys, he continues to put innovative ways on the table for us to make money. We also have tons of awards and accreditation, but we like to shout out the Magellan Award. We all know Beyonce is on tour right now. So that Magellan Award is like being the Beyonce of travel, guys. That's like our Grammy, our Emmy, or our Oscar over here. But on top of that, we have paid out well over 5 billion in commission, and that is continuing to grow with already looking at 1.5 billion for this year. Now, this is what I did not know when Miss Ima took that $2,000 from me, guys. I I didn't know that commissions were already built inside your travel bookings. You see, because I'm the person that will go to Expedia, Travelocity, Orbitz, cheap, because I'm going to look for the best price. I'm reading all the reviews. I'm making sure that, there's no construction by the property. And after doing all of that search and all of that research and entering my credit card, when you hit submit, guess who got paid? Travelocity, Orbitz, cheap. Now we want to remove that middleman. We want you to start bringing home your own check, because if you're doing the work, you should be getting paid. Because over here, IntelliTravel is going to pay between 70 and 80% commission is going to go back to you from what the vendor pays out. Guys, it truly is a game changer. It's your own full-fledged at-home agency. Don't even worry about getting in the car, gassing it up, going to anybody's brick and mortar, because now you get to do this from the comfort of your home. You get to have your own state-of-the-art personalized booking portal. You're going to be partnered with every major supplier worldwide. Plus, you got that amazing payment gateway where your clients can do payments and no paperwork. We're going to have all the customer management software for you. But let's talk about some things that you can book from the group cruises. I'm still doing that each and every year for my family's vacation. Corporate and church retreats. We have tons of pastors on our team. Plus, fraternities, sororities. One of my business partners, it's a Delta. My coach is a Delta. Destination weddings, that's actually my story. I got married last January in New Orleans. So for me, living in Houston, that is a destination wedding for me. I was able to put 2 hotels to the side. And in doing that, guys, I came home to about $1,400 in commission. So how amazing is it to get married to an amazing man and take home a band, right? But it's even more amazing to have a turnkey business. As Miss Ima said, I'm already a busy entrepreneur. I've been a makeup artist now for 26 years. And I needed something that was going to supplement some income, but also that was going to be easy for me to run from my phone or from my computer. And this is exactly what IntelliTravel does. They have customer service support 7 days a week. We have on-demand agent training. So what I did is I unplugged from looking at all my on-demand Netflix movies, and I plugged into my business, because this is where the return on my investment lied, right? And then over $100,000 in sales and marketing materials. Now, guys, that's important for me because I've already had to pay out hundreds of dollars in my sales and marketing materials for my full-time business. So when IntelliTravel just has where you can get in that back office, you can put your name on your business cards and you're ready to go. It made it so easy. But what do you have access to? Partners, put in the chat everything, because it's literally everything from cruises, vacation packages, tours, car rentals, airline tickets, hotel rooms, resorts, travel insurance, sports and entertainment tickets, train tickets, vacation rentals, excursions, and activities. I just told y'all how Beyonce's on tour. Imagine buying Beyonce tickets from yourself, but now imagine your 10 friends also buying them from your link. Guess what? Your Beyonce ticket is now free because you are going to get commission on every single one of those tickets. But guys, even excursions on my cruise, I had my family do an excursion in every single port. Why? Because I was getting paid. So why not get paid on what everybody is doing? So when we're saying why travel, why now? The question really is why not? It is a smart business. It just makes 1,000% sense. It is a $10 trillion annual industry. It's looking to go to 15 trillion in the next 10 years. Every generation is using this product because who does not want to get out on somebody's beach, somebody's ship, or be on somebody's rooftop? From the millennials giving 4 trillion, baby boomers, they're fueling the growth. We have Generation X who is still in the workforce, but they are also still in the streets going on vacations. And then Generation Z, guess what? They're not in the workforce. They're not looking to work. They don't want a job. They don't want your traditional job, that is. They want to make money enjoying their life, doing what they love to do, which is travel. So when you see babes in Bali, dudes in Dubai, turn up in Tulum, guys, that is Generation Z. They have learned how to make that Wi-Fi wage. They don't want to cap their money. They want unlimited money. They've taken this cell phone, they've turned it into an ATM because they understand that the number one research category online is travel. So if the world is doing it, they're going to do it too. So let's talk about some money, right? Because that's what we're here for. Let's talk about what you can earn in the travel industry. So let's say you have a frequent business traveler. They're traveling 3 times a month. They're going 3 nights each time. Guys, you can see a commission of $151.20. But this is what's amazing. It's passive money, sleep money. You didn't have to do any work. They went to your.com instead of going to hotels.com. And now you get to see the commission. And trust me, this is going to grow. Now, let's say you do a little bit of work, maybe 20, 30 minutes, a 5-day golf trip in Scottsdale, Arizona. What we love about our golfers, they know the greens they want to golf on. They know who they're going with. They know how much they want to pay. They even know how long they want to stay. So as they golf on the green, you get to make the green. $274.86 is going to come back to you and your household. But now let's talk about our honeymooners. I'm still in my honeymoon stage. So this is very near and dear to my heart. 7-day honeymoon, Cancun with Butler service, $561.79. Yes, sign me up. The honeymooners are going to be there. Now we're talking about maybe paying a car note, paying a light bill, getting out of debt. But this is the kind of money that I was leaving on the table. And I like my checks to come with a comma in it. So why not book that 5-day group cruise in the Caribbean? Guys, people that are cruising, they're traveling in groups. And now you get to raise that commission because not only are you going to get commission on that cabin, but you're also getting commission on the travel insurance. You're getting commission on the excursions. What if they fly out the day before? Now you got to book their hotel room. You get commissions on that as well as the airport transfer. So yes, $2,240 is great, but I can tell you that can quickly add up. But what we also love over here is learning and earning. Because as let's think about this, if you were a flight attendant, aren't there some perks to being a flight attendant, like traveling on a plane for free? Maybe you don't have to, buy that ticket price. How about we get the same thing over here as agents? We have all kind of perks in being a travel agent, and you get to learn as much as you like. Go Dream Maker, Vacation Builder, or Travel Genius certified because when you do all of those, you have risen to the top tier of being a very educated travel advisor. And now we want to send you on vacation, but your vacation is also going to be your classroom. How many of you would like your classroom to be just like this picture where you're just soaking in the pool? Well, this is an example of an IntelliTrip where we just want you to get intelligent about your trip. Now, the education behind this is going to leave you walking away with your wellness certification, 4 days in Negril, Jamaica, all inclusive, adults only. We're going to ask you to leave those kids at home, but guess what? It's a kiddie price of $499 per person, not per night. But I'm going to up the ante on you. I'm going to give you something with some luxury in it. Now, with this trip, you get to walk away with your luxury travel certification. And again, this is an educational trip, but it is also fun because our only homework when we're learning, make sure that Long Island iced tea is long and not short. Seep your toes in the sand like Miss Ima. Take a picture, say my current situation, post it on your social media, and go back to soaking up the sun. This is Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, 4 days, 3 nights, 5 stars, $720. Guys, it is a game changer. I remind you that is not per night, but that's for the whole 4 days. But this right here for me as an entrepreneur, this is what sealed the deal because I've already taken a lot of risk in building my business and I needed to find another business to make some amazing income, but that weren't, full of risk. And what I can say about IntelliTravel, it's nothing but guarantees. Now, that number one is the best travel price guarantee. So let's say, for example, that you book one of your clients on a Monday to go to Jamaica. They're booked, they're locked and loaded, but they're still going to search for about the next 7 days. They're going to search for that week and they're going to see if you really found the best price. And if for some reason they come across the exact same booking, and I mean apples to apples, oranges to oranges, but they found it for $50 less, IntelliTravel's either going to meet or beat that price. But in the event they can't, they're going to cut your customer a voucher for 110% of the difference, which means in the future they are going to come back to you. Now, number two is for you guests. Let's say everything you hear today on this amazing Friday makes sense. And trust me, it is going to make sense because why not travel like an insider? But for some reason on day 29, you feel like, I've had 29 days to explore this website. I love everything that I see on it. I see how I can take all of this training and travel like an insider, how I can make all of this money on the side. But I woke up this morning and I realized my bank account is full and it cannot take any more money. Guess what? You can absolutely return this business back to us within 30 days and you will get your full investment back. Now, number three is one that I really, really love as a business owner because they're going to give you another 11 months because they know it takes longer than 30 days for you to really start operating, growing, learning, and profiting from your business. So they're going to give you a whole entire year. They're just going to ask you to get plugged in with us, get on these Zooms, learn about your business, take your training. And if for some reason you do not make or save what you've invested in the opportunity, then they're going to cut you a check for the difference to make you whole. And then at that time, you get to decide whether or not you want to keep your business. Y'all put in the chat game changer because that is truly a game changer when it comes to business. But another thing that's a game changer is this side of the business. Now, everything you just heard today or earlier, it made sense. You're going to the beach. Now, when you go to the beach, bank the beach, right? So that's what we're going to talk about right now, about building your network and empowering yourself and others through your network. Because you see, when I came into this opportunity, I was just getting high off my own supply. I was a product of the product. I've been able to to go on the Virgin Voyage cruise when it first set sail for $200. I've been able to look at the Ritz-Carlton, which was $399, but pay that $139 price because that was a travel agent rate. But I was being a little selfish, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and come to the altar because I wasn't telling anybody else about how I was getting all of this luxury vacation for a fraction of the price. But last February, I stopped being selfish and I started opening up my mouth. And I started turning other people on to the opportunity, not only for them to travel like a rock star, but also for them to also move their family as far from the poverty line as possible. Because you see, Warren Buffett says, never rely on a single source of income. You must invest to create a second source. So I went out and I started telling everybody I know. I went to social media and started posting posts about how I'm now a travel advisor, but I get to help a whole lot of people do the same thing. So everybody I told, I got a direct sale of $50. Now, I know the guests on here are probably like, now what is $50 going to do for me? But I can guarantee you, if I was to cash app you $50 right now, you would not send it back. So $50 is going to do a lot for you. But now imagine doing that 95 times, which is what I have done. 95 people have believed in this amazing business and they chose to come in, and I got that $50 every single time. But what's so amazing is when those 95 people start telling all of their friends and family, I get a 50% check match. So every time they bring somebody in the business, it's $50, but it's $25 for me and it's $50 for them. Now, Miss Ima brought me in the business. So Miss Ima was super excited when I went out and started opening my mouth because when I made $1,000 for that week, Miss Ima made 500. If I made 500 for that week, Miss Ima made $250. And all Miss Ima told me to do was empower myself and get started with business. But then this $10 bill, guys, that $10 bill is truly the one that will change your life because it's going to run throughout your organization no matter who brings in who and when. That $10 bill has been paying people up to $5,000 per week just from sharing an opportunity with each other. But now, I don't know about y'all, but I have found my competitive spirit again. Now, sometimes, guys, as we get older, life just starts lifing. We get stuck in the job. We're wives, we're husbands, we're moms, we're dads, we're sisters. We're now, taking care of our parents as we get older. And we kind of start to lose that competitive spirit. But let me tell you, when you join our business over here, we're not competing with you, but we sure are cheering you on because we want you to go bronze, silver, or gold. And guys, here you just compete with yourself because why not go gold? Why not bring in 9 individuals who are looking to travel like rock stars and help other people do it? Because if you're going to go to the Olympics, right? Aren't you going to go and be the Simone Biles? Don't you want to go for the gold instead of just arrive for the silver? But over here, why we tell you to go gold is because you already get a raise. Where my bronze and silver and gold builders at? Go ahead and drop that in the chat. Because when you go gold, now when you bring in that 10th person, guess what? It's $60, not $50. You have already given yourself a raise, and we've had people do this in one day. Can you imagine getting your business started, going out telling 9 of your best friends, they join you in business. Now you tell that 10th person and you've already gotten a raise. It absolutely happens over here. But on top of that, there's that 10% match on personal travel agents, travel commissions. So when I did my family's cruise, guys, I made about $2,200 in commission, and Miss Ima made about $220. Miss Ima don't know what ship we went on, when we sailed, who was on the boat, but she knew that her check was going to clear, and she had no problem cashing it. But on top of that, you get a 10% match on the matrix. And now we're going to talk about the matrix because a lot of us went to school and we were taught what? Residual bills. We knew we were going to have rent every month. We knew we were going to have to pay that light bill every month. Now we have these cell phones that are almost like car notes. We knew we was going to have to pay that, right? But why didn't they teach us about residual income? And we've heard this phrase before, but we typically think it's for like, the Beyoncés or the Prince, those type of people. They leave residual. But guys, it is available for us as well because as you build your team, you build your dream income. Everybody that falls into your organization, there is a $4 bill attached to them. My coach, my mentor, she came into this business when she saw this slide. $4 bills is what told her she was going to be free from all of her money worries. Because you see, she worked in corporate America for 20 years. 20 years, she was a project manager, giving all of her gifts and talents to build someone else's dream, and walked in one day and they said, you know what? Your services are no longer needed. After 20 years, they let her go, and and did not think twice about it. And she vowed never to go back into corporate America where they could tell her that she is not worth it. That same energy that she put in corporate America, she started to put into herself because she said, you know what? If I build a team of 1,000 people, and that's $4,000 a month. I don't have to go back to corporate America because that's about what she was making in corporate America. Guys, she has now built a team of nearly 19,000 individuals. And what she used to make per year, she now makes well over that per month, all because of our 3x9 matrix. But another reason why we tell you to go gold is because it opens you up to all the ways of getting money, $118,000. Now, this part, okay, this slide is the one that turned me on. All right. When I saw this, I said, listen, say less. Are you telling me that I can get a bonus on the first of every single month and I get to design my bonus based off how big I build my team? And once I realized that, that's another reason why I ran like my pants were on fire. Because, guys, listen, when you're an entrepreneur, sometimes it's feast or famine. And we all know the first of every single month can be a little bit of a downtrodden moment when you're an entrepreneur because you're like, ooh, do I have my rent for my home? Do I have my rent for my studio? Do I have this for my website? A lot of bills are due at the first of the month. So I was looking to supplement that income. And guys, in 90 days, I went 1-star director, meaning I had 100 agents on my team. Now, that was not 100 people that I brought in. So let's say for the sake of numbers, you bring in 10 people, those 10 people go out and bring in 10. Now you are a 1-star director, starting your month off with $500 every single month. Well, once I knew the check was good, y'all best believe I was on my way to 2-star. And with 2 months passed by, I was now a 2-star director with 300 agents in my organization, starting my month off with $1,000 on the first of every single month. Now we are sitting as a 3-star team, guys. I get to wake up on the first of every single month with $2,000. And guys, when I tell you it is just a breath of fresh air, not having to worry about all of those bills that are due at the top of the month. But of course, I am quickly skating my way onto that 4-star team because why not? Not only does it go to $5,000, but now can y'all imagine what my residual is going to be on 1,500 agents? Now, I did talk about Miss JP Watkins Mukes, my mentoring coach. She is a 6-star right now. So if you look at that chart, she's getting $16,000 on the first of every single month. But Mr. Bradley has put $250,000 on the table. And why not go for it? What are you going to be doing in the next 20 years that's going to earn you $250,000? It better be that you're in this business, right? But another thing we want to take out the elephant out the room and say this. Guys, this is not a scam. It's not a scheme. It's not a pyramid. It's not any of those things. This is a legitimate network marketing business. And we are Planet Marketing reps. And all we do is turn on people to the IntelliTravel agency where they get to travel like an insider. Now, last year, we had our 3-star directors do some major things in the business. A couple of them brought in, one of them brought in $745,000 extra. Guys, can you imagine making that just on your part-time business? Because a lot of people are doing this part-time. I am still doing this part-time and I'm here for 16 months, but I cannot wait until this becomes full-time for me because look at what 6-stars bring in, over $1 million. Can you imagine taking this opportunity and growing it to $1 million business? It is absolutely on the table. But another thing we like to brag about is our legacy. This is a legacy business. Some of you on the line, you may have kids, you may have grandkids, you may be a godmom. And a lot of times when we're talking about legacy, we're talking about leaving over businesses. And truth be told, I don't have any kids yet, but I know if I pass on, my husband is not looking to do anybody's makeup. He would probably either sell all of my brushes and palettes or throw them away. But what he cannot throw away is a money-making business. So listen to me when I read this. As a Planet Marketing Director, feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you've built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, director pay, director bonus, and monthly residual income. Guys, this is truly how you set up generational wealth. To be able to pass down 50,000, 100,000, 150,000 per month to your family is truly a game changer. And over here, you absolutely have that possibility. We have tons of directors in the business, but this is also a turnkey business. You're going to get an app. You're going to get a website. You're going to get video training. Everything you need to operate your business successfully is going to be at your fingertips. But what we love to brag about is our biggest event of the year. We like to call it our Super Bowl of the year. It is where we get to learn from the top income earners, the millionaires, the one who have paved the way to this amazing business. It is our 10-year convention. So let me tell you, Mr. Bradley leaves no stone unturned. I know he's going to be rolling out the red carpet this year. We're going to be in Orlando at the world's largest Marriott. Guys, this is September 4th through the 6th, so you have not missed it. But what you don't want to miss is Mr. John C. Maxwell, who is our keynote speaker. If you've never heard of him, I would encourage you to Google him when you get off of this line so you can understand the power of who we are about to sit under and learn from for 2 hours. And guys, this is no additional cost. It's included in our convention ticket. Mr. Bradley truly has the heart to set us up for success, and that's exactly what he's doing. But I know after everything you've heard, you're like, all right, how much? How much? I'm ready to start. I was waving my card when you told me you went on the Virgin Voyage cruise for $200. Alexa, cue the price. $199.90. Guys, I know. Take a breath, take a beat, because you cannot beat it with a stick. I remember I used to, just eat this up for brunch. I mean, for lunch. It's so easy to spend this nowadays. But now you can spend $200, get two debt-free businesses to earn unlimited income. When I tell you price is what you pay, but value is what you get over here. Now, it's not three packages, it is one package, but we broke down where your $200 is going. So $19.95 of that's going to go to Planet Marketing. That's your marketing arm. That is how you'll be able to turn on others to an amazing opportunity where they can make and save money in the travel business. That $19.95 is how we currently have 5 millionaires. Can you imagine paying $19.95 but waking up to $100,000 per month? It's insane, but it's very true. Now, $179.95 of that 200, that's going to go to IntelliTravel. That's your booking arm. That is how you'll be your own Expedia, your own Priceline, your own Orbit. You will have your own website, a website that you can share with friends and family. They can click on, they can start to book their travel, but you're going to get paid. You'll be able to earn commissions on all of your travel sales. You'll get those VIP travel benefits and all of your credentials that certify you as a professional travel advisor. Now, we are in business. So when you have your own business, guess what? There is an overhead to doing business. Guys, our overhead over here is $2 a day, $60 a month. Those 8 quarters that are laying in your cup holder right now in your car, that is how much it costs per day to operate a multi-million-dollar business. Guys, but what's even amazing about that, that's a tax write-off. When you're in this business, you're going to get a 1099. Now you have all types of home-based business tax write-offs. That's even going to help you in business. Now, there are usually 3 people in the room. They're the number ones. They're ready to go. They understand it. They're like, listen, I'm planning vacation right now for my holiday. I just got off a summer vacation last month. I didn't make any money. Nobody told me about this. But listen, when you know better, you do better. You're ready to go. Now, number 2, you have questions. Amazing. We want to answer your questions, though. We don't want you to leave this Zoom and go ask somebody who didn't see this presentation what they thought about a presentation they did not see. They're not going to be able to advise you correctly. Now, number 3, you say no, thank you. And listen, we love you anyway. Please do not start dodging your friends' calls, okay? Still go to brunch with them, have dinner with them. I promise you, they're never going to tell you about this business again. But they wanted to tell you now before you start seeing their life upgrade. And then you start saying, you didn't even tell me you started this business. No, this is us telling you now. But if you are saying no, your friend is in the business already. So just make sure when you're traveling, when you're going to any sports or any entertainment events, make sure you book on their site. Because if you don't want to take that commission home, go ahead and give that money to your friend and let them upgrade their life. All right. So the journey of 1,000 miles, guys, it just begins with one step. The problem is a lot of people are scared to take the one step. But over here, when you take that one step and start your journey of success, I promise you, we will take 2. So that is the end of our presentation today. But we want to get your questions answered. Travel Camp has been absolutely amazing. Y'all have done the thing, Miss Ima. I mean, I was on here listening to a lot of the training. That FAM training was amazing. Expedia Tap training was amazing. Just all that we have access to. I was like, wow. I'm never letting go of this business. So if there's anybody with any questions, now is the time to ask us. You can either drop your questions in the chat, but I also want to see who's joining us. Do we have any guests on today who is ready to get their business started? If that is you, go ahead and put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat and let us know who invited you. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat or feel free to come off mute. And if you are a number three, guess what? We gave you 29 minutes back because we said we was going to do a 30-minute presentation today. That's exactly what we did. We didn't want to take up a full hour on your Good Friday. So you are more than welcome to go ahead and hop off. And you know what? Today we might just have partners on, Miss Ima. It could just be partners
Yeah.
tuning into their business and getting started. All right, we got a number one invited by Yolanda and Cornelius. Absolutely. So you're gonna be on my team. Let's go. I'm excited. Thank you, Mrs. Woods. You want to get back with Yolanda? They're gonna send you a link. Takes about 10 minutes for you to enroll. You're gonna immediately have your travel credentials, your 2 websites. That lady that's excited on the screen, that's Miss Ima. That is your booking ambassador trainer. Let me tell you, you have just made the best choice of your life because we are excited. Now, Miss Ima is a baby boomer on the move. I can't keep up, but I'm trying to keep up. My day is coming. She just told me how she wants to take that 17-day Princess Cruise. Miss Ima, I'm gonna do it. I got to figure out how to get 7. My husband is going to go insane, but he's just going to